If you run a clinic, you know the drill, right? You're constantly trying to figure out how to keep that schedule full with new patients. And for decades, the answer has always been the same. Get on the phone, dial a long list of numbers, and face a ton of rejection. But what if there's a better way? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can fill your clinic without ever making a single cold call again.
Yeah, this question, it really gets right to the point, doesn't it? The frustration, the stress. The sheer amount of wasted time with cold calling is a pain point for pretty much everyone. But here's the good news. It's totally unnecessary. You just need to make one big shift in how you think about getting new patients.
So let's look at that shift. The old way, it's all about manual labor. It's about grinding out those calls, which just wears out your staff. The new way, though, is about building something called a lead funnel. It's an automated system that works for you around the clock, 24/7. It's really the difference between hunting for patients and having them come to you. Okay, before we dive into building this new system, let's just take a closer look at why the old way is so broken. We all know it feels terrible, but the inefficiency, it actually runs a lot deeper than you might think.
You know, the real cost of cold calling isn't just the hours spent on the phone. Think about it. The constant no thank you just drains your staff's morale. And here's the critical part. You're interrupting people who have shown zero interest in what you do. So the leads aren't just cold, they're often totally unqualified.
All right, so if that's the broken system, what's the fix? Let's talk about the modern automated alternative that completely flips the script on how you find new patients. So what in the world is a lead funnel? Don't let the marketing jargon intimidate you. Seriously, just think of it like a smart digital pathway. It's a system that's designed to automatically and gently guide people who are already curious about your services all the way to a confirmed appointment in your calendar. And this is the game changer. Instead of your team chasing down people who might not even need your help, this whole approach is about bringing interested, motivated people directly to your doorstep. Okay, so we know what a funnel is and why it's so much better than cold calling. Now for the fun part. Let's get practical and break down exactly how this machine works, piece by piece. It's the big question, right? An automated system sounds fantastic in theory, but what are the actual nuts and bolts? Well, it's a lot simpler and more logical than you might think. Let's walk through it. The entire system really boils down to just 4 key steps. It all starts with an ad to grab some attention. Then it moves to a free offer to build trust. Next, it uses automated reminders to stay on their mind, and it all ends with the booking. That's it. That's the whole path from stranger to patient. All right, step 1, the ad. Now, this is crucial. This isn't some giant billboard shouting at everybody. Think of it more like a targeted ad on social media or in a search engine. It's like a quiet conversation starter, aimed specifically at people in your local area who are already searching for the very solutions your clinic provides. You're just meeting them where they are. Next up is the offer. Offering something like a free assessment is so powerful because it makes it super easy for a potential patient to take that first step. It's a high-value, totally no-risk way for them to connect with your clinic. It's your chance to show off your expertise and build some trust before they've even spent a dime. Now, step 3 is where the magic of automation really shines. So someone shows interest in your free assessment, but, life gets in the way. Instead of your staff spending their day making follow-up calls, the system automatically sends a few helpful emails or texts. It's persistent without being annoying, and it frees up your team to do much more important work. And all of this leads to the final step, a booked appointment. But remember, by the time someone gets here, they are not a cold lead. They found you, they took you up on a valuable offer, and they've been gently reminded. They are pre-qualified, they are interested, and they take that final step to book themselves right into your calendar. So, when you connect all 4 of those dots, what's the end result? Well, this isn't just about a new marketing tactic. It's about fundamentally changing how your clinic operates. Let's talk about the promise of putting a system like this in place. And here's what that actually looks like day to day. You can stop sifting through long lists of names who couldn't care less. With a funnel, every single person who books an appointment has already raised their hand and shown you they're interested. Imagine how much better the conversations your team will have. And that's the dream, right? Look, it takes a little bit of work to set it up on the front end, but once this system is built, it just works for you in the background day and night. It becomes this reliable, automated engine that just keeps fueling your clinic's growth. So we'll leave you with this final thought. A system like this, It's not just about filling your schedule or making more money. It's about buying back your most valuable resource, your time and your team's time. So the real question is, what would you do with it?